I'm Steph Maiden and I'm a designer and illustrator. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to draw a map of your favourite neighbourhood's coffee shops using Photoshop. It's a fun process that will help you take your creativity to the next level, so let's dive in. Firstly, before we start anything, we want to do a little bit of research into the coffee shops and what we might want to include in our illustrated map. I would also set up a file with a couple of drawings of some of the icons that you might want to include in the map. So this would be a couple of the coffee shops. You don't have to draw the outside, you might just want to draw the logo or just the picture of some of the coffee that you might get there. I've also done some little icons that are coffee cups, a mocha pot, a latte, some coffee beans and a tree, just to fill in the rest of the map with some of our little illustrations. So as you can see here, I've got a file set up that's a square format. I've decided to do my map as a square just because it's easy to post on Instagram afterwards then, but you can do this whatever size or format that you want to do it in. What I would start with is the background layer for the map. So I've just got a nice peach colour here with a bit of a frame around it just to give the map a little bit of space. The next thing that I would add is the roads and the streets. So you can look on Google Maps as a reference for this, and I've done these in a white colour just to blend in with this frame, but you can do these whatever colour scheme you want. The next thing that I would do is just plot in some of the coffee shops that you want to highlight, just so that you can build everything else around that. So here, as you can see, I've got the names of the coffee shops that are in this area, and also I've added these little green dots just as like a marker of exactly where they are. I've decided to add a couple of street names in as well. You don't have to do this if you don't want, but it just adds another level of detail to the map. But as you can see, I've done these in a different colour, just so it highlights that this is a different piece of information. So this isn't the name of a coffee shop, this is the name of the streets. And after that, I've decided to take the cup icon that I created in this other file and add this exactly where all the coffee shops are. I just think it gives it a little bit more emphasis and adds a little bit more colour into the map as well. I've decided to create doodles of the coffee shops that are in the areas that are a bit sparse, that might need filling up a little bit. You can just bring those in as separate layers, play around with like the placement of them, where you want them to be. I think they're a really good balance, having 3 of them. I've also added in this tree as a little extra layer of detail. As you can see, we've got quite a lot of space around the edges of the map. So at this point you might want to add the title of the map. You don't have to do it hand lettered, you could use a font, but I just really like the look of handwriting in maps, especially illustrated maps. And now that you've done that, you can see we've still got a little bit of space knocking around here, so you can start bringing in some more of the icons that you might have illustrated. So I've got this mocha pot down here, latte, this cup here, and also just think about colour balance as well. So I really like adding in that blue just to break up all the brown and the like coffee coloured colours that I've used. And then finally I decided to add some coffee beans just to fill up these final areas of space and give it a little bit more of balance as a composition. And there you have it. There's a basic map of the coffee spots in your local area. I hope you enjoyed this video and had fun researching the cool coffee shops in your neighbourhood and painting by hand all the elements of your map. Please subscribe to this channel, and if you want to find out more about me and my process, check out my online course on Domestika.